Coming up in this video.
Guys, I want to show you this. Can you see that?
Quiero verte.
Think you have nerves of steel? Think again. These are 30 scary videos you cannot handle. Number 30, Snakehead. When a drain needs to be snaked, you don't expect a literal snake to be involved. After an elderly woman found a snakehead poking out of her sink, she called Snake Catchers Brisbane and Gold Coast, who posted this video. The snake catcher removes the S-band so that the snake has no way to backtrack. The snake they find inside the pipe is more than a foot long, but thankfully, it's not a venomous one. It's a common tree snake. This just goes to show, the next time your sink might be clogged, it may not be by what you think. Number 29, Possession. YouTube channel Kisa Weba shares a terrifying clip which is currently trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. A pair of women are praying over the girl as she screams and looks to be in incredible distress. Although they pray, she continues to scream wildly. Her eyes are out of focus at times. What's happening in this last moment? I'm not entirely sure. Something is clearly happening to this girl, but is it demonic possession? Well, I'm not certain. Whatever's unfolding is traumatic, and I can't handle it. Number 28, Ghosting. Some kids are playing music together when suddenly they're ghosted. Shared by TikToker Creepypasta. I think this is a re-upload, but I was unable to track down the original source. First, something that I think is an instrument falls from a chair behind them. The guys notice and replace it. Well, this could very well be an accident. What happens next seems deliberate. I'd be racing out of there too. There's no way to jam. Number 27, Laptop in Flight. Redditor Muon 2012 and their coworkers were just leaving the restaurant when they heard something loud fall to the floor, and what they found on security camera shocked them. A laptop flies across the room. Or did it just fall? Some in the comments think so, others think it was thrown by someone off screen. I'm not negating that it could be paranormal, but it does look like someone threw it to me. What do you think is going on here? Number 26, Ghost Walks. This ghost glows. YouTuber Your Secret 98 claims that a ghost walked in front of them, and they have this scary video to prove it.
Yo necesito saber qué sucursal está abierta el día de hoy.
The iridescent figure that passes through is the ghost in question. Let's take another look.
Yo necesito saber qué sucursal está abierta el día de hoy.
I feel like this may be a case of a video being superimposed atop another one. The figure looks too human. I think it may be overlaid either on purpose or by accidentally recording over an already recorded tape. This video was posted 10 years ago, and who knows how old it actually is. Could be VHS days. What do you think? Number 25. He is missing. Akira Nakata filmed several videos of this haunted place before he went missing. YouTube channel Fourth Wall shares these videos in what can only be described as an homage to horror. In this video, he encounters an old lady spirit on the landing below, which freezes him to the spot. After staying frozen in horror for a moment, he heads down to one of the rooms to put the VHS tape in its original place. After Akira went missing, Steadicam footage was examined. The team found this. Pay attention to his hand. In his hand is a purportedly haunted doll. It is speculated that this doll is possessed and has something to do with Akira's disappearance. What happened here? How did it lead to Akira's demise? It's clear to me that something was here in this home with him, and whatever it is feels inexplicably evil. If you like this video, tune into YouTube channel Fourth Wall for more. All videos have English subtitles. Number 24. Bottle cap. This strange, potentially paranormal event happened in a body shop. YouTuber Paranormal Intelligencini explains it further.
She goes, something just hit me on this side, and it was the opposite side of where I was. I thought we watched the cameras, and there's a bottle cap on top of an empty bottle, and it literally just flies to the left.
And this is the bottle cap in action.
Cap that hit me?
Yeah.
Reminder.
You can see it just fly at his coworker from who knows where. Where did it come from? What threw it? I think we're going to need several more angles to analyze this one. Number 23. Magnetic activity. YouTuber Sylvia C has long shared the paranormal activity going on in her home. Sometimes it's subtle, other times it's in your face. This is the latter.
Guys, I want to show you this. Can you see that? This happens quite a lot now. It's always... It seems to like the pot lids.
After the lid falls off the pot, it continues to move.
My God, guys. Spirit in the kitchen, why? I'm not speaking to it.
When she asks if the spirit is done, it answers resoundingly.
What's that you done?
Does this spirit want attention, or does it want to intimidate? Either way, I don't know how she lives with this. Number 22. Pallet driver. While working at a meatpacking plant where they drive pallets, this was captured on camera during a weekend off. Shared by Redditor MGE308, this ghost is still on the job.
Not yet.
The pallet is driving itself, but how? Redditors have their theories. I don't know anything about pallet jacks, but some in the comments agree this can happen. I can't imagine that someone would stick around to work in the afterlife, so I'm going to accept that it might just be a faulty pallet jack. Number 21, funeral home. Poltergeist activity was captured in a funeral home in this scary video shared by YouTube channel Creepy7 Paranormal. It's all fun and games as they break into the place.
Dude, the sensor light. It's a sensor. Don't worry. Just give it a nudge.
Break it?
Nice!
But once inside, things get chilly real quick.
I'm telling you, this place
smells
is
different.
You smell those flowers? It
There's
smells
not
like
even
an
any
old
flowers
person's
in here.
house.
It's freaking crazy. I don't even know.
Dude, did you see that? What the fuck? Dude, did you see it? I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah. What was that, a tissue?
Fucking man. Let's get out of here. No way that happened.
They don't leave, but they should have.
Oh my. Dude, that tissue tripped me up.
Dude, what?
Let's get the fuck out of here already. Why are we here still? What are you doing, man? Let's go.
Come on, let's check this out.
The only one out of place.
Still they stay, and then this happens.
No, man. Let's get out of here. I'm tired of it. What the f, man? Dude, here. What is that? Jeremy, where'd you go, man?
What the?
Fuck out. Go.
Instead of heading out, they go downstairs.
Just look around for a window or something.
Over here.
Oh my God.
Nothing. Turn around. Other way. Let's
right.
get the out of here.
Holy oh,
That.
what the get the f out of here! Go! Oh my!
Something popped up from one of those coffins. I guess they should have listened the first time. This must be some karma from the beyond. Number 20, spirit passes. Before you take your next dance selfie, look behind you. YouTuber Charlie Quash shares this scary video of a girl dancing in her car, but the real action happens behind her. Watch closely. Did you see it? She seemed to. A creepy pale figure or face is spotted midway through her dance. It looks like a scary scream face to the left of hers. It then seems to disappear. To me, this looks like either a terrifying reflection that was captured through her movement or the Grim Reaper himself. Either way, she'd better stop dancing. Number 19, Wendigo Forest. Are there mythological creatures in Wendigo Forest? YouTuber Hype Mike might just be onto something when his team starts tracking a creature in the snow.
That doesn't look like a bunny.
It does not. Where does it go? What is that?
I don't know.
As they try to decide what the tracks belong to, they hear something. Listen closely.
Hooves? Like, you know how they're shaped?
Maybe, but hooves are more like round. Dude.
What was that? That was it.
That was a Wendigo call. While looking for a missing hiker, Mike and his team come across some evidence. First, they find one boot.
What?
Look. You see this? This wasn't here before. This is probably... Hello?
Then the red liquid of life and these tracks.
Tracks next to the pool of...
Michelle? What the?
Shh. What is that?
Then a jacket.
Just a freaking jacket.
Michelle,
Okay.
This is not good. This is not good.
Okay, Shara, you keep looking out. I'm gonna grab the truck.
Then a second boot.
Jesus. Hold on. What is this? More. I found the other boot.
Then pants?
This. Your pants.
What?
You seeing this?
Pants?
Yes, these are pants.
Hold on, let me try to get across.
Careful. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe he went in there.
This all brings them to one conclusion.
I don't know. I have
Based on this, I don't know if I want to go in there. Do you hear that?
Yeah, no, there's like running water underneath the ice. I don't know. It's like super dangerous.
Going down there? Yeah, I don't think that's a...
But as they're discussing entering the cave, they see something.
Looking at us. What? I don't know. What is that? It's... Okay. Light off, light off, light off.
It looks like a creature with large glowing eyes.
That's it. That was it. Oh my.
And then near the cave, they find this.
I'm pretty sure this is where it freaking devours people.
Oh my god, there's a large one here too. We need to go. We need to go.
Okay,
They return to the house, but then go back out again in search of the Wendigo, and they find it.
on top of the mountain. Go, go, go. It's coming. Go, go, go. What's coming? Inside, inside.
I think it did see them. And now the call is coming from inside the house. How will this game of hide and seek end?
It's in the kitchen. No, whoosh. Dude. They're literally behind the table.
If they don't get out of there fast, I think it might end up with the entire crew becoming a Wendigo breakfast. Number 18, Ghost in the Cemetery. Everyone knows cemeteries are a ghost's favorite haunt. YouTuber J Monty and Me number 2 shares this clip of what they believe is a ghost captured on camera. Let's take a look. Did you see it? As they arrive at the tombstone, something bright shifts past. Here it is, slower this time. In my opinion, this could be a spiderweb or something similar caught up in the camera's light, but it could also be the mother's spirit, here to admire the pink roses. Are you a believer? I think, given the location, this video is quite convincing. Number 17, Moving Around, recorded in May of 2011. This video, shared by YouTuber Mr. Shutter45, shows actual poltergeist activity. First, the radio turns on. Then the toaster slides across the counter and a series of movements occurs. The radio flicks on again, and it sounds like the poltergeist is sick of this station. While there are many skeptics in the comments, I can't discount the paranormal on this one. It's either a poltergeist or a masterful piece of manipulation. Number 16, Unidentified Flying Object Sighting, captured outside of Flint, Michigan. This scary video, filmed by Redditor Phil S. Trout, could potentially be extraterrestrials coming down to Earth.
Yo, what is that? Hasn't moved. Yo, I'm trying to drive right now. I'm gonna focus.
That's one of the strangest unidentified flying object captures I've ever seen. First, it appears to have 3 lights. Then, after his camera shifts and returns to the unidentified flying object, there are even more. Most in the comments think it's just an airplane, and to be honest, when it appears at the end on the right, I have to agree. It does look like an airplane with its landing lights on to me. Others say it's an unidentified flying object mimicking an airplane. Well, I think that's a stretch. It's still within the realm of possibility. Number 15, abandoned police station. This abandoned police station may still hold the keys to lost souls. YouTuber Moxley's paranormal world explores, and while wandering through the halls, there's brief laughter. Listen closely.
Right, I say we all stick to the one side.
Did you hear that?
I say we all stick to the one side.
Moxley also starts to see things.
I could have sworn someone just walked past the cell door. I could have sworn.
Although he didn't catch it on camera, he later captured this, a very clear, disembodied voice. The voice says, "Why me?" For some reason, this last one gives me the coldest chills. I think there may still be prisoners here, and they feel sorry for themselves. Number 14, playing around. This poltergeist is just playing around. YouTuber Mystic Poltergeist has captured some movement that has us guessing. First, you can hear something being thrown. Then an object falls from one of the shelves. Now watch the bottom basket closely. Is this a poltergeist? What does it want? I think it just wants to mess with us. Number 13, haunted washing machine. Everything in the historic Jefferson Hotel is haunted, as documented by their YouTube channel. From the hallways to the dolls to apparently the washing machine. Let's take a look.
Now back there on the washing machine, you'll see the door open right here, and it kind of startles me a little bit. Now I jump a little bit, and you can see that there's really no reason for that to open right then.
Here's the full footage again and his reaction to it.
So you'll see it hit, and then you'll hear the noise, but I look pretty quick. And so I go up, and I'm just dumbfounded again because there's no reason for that to open on its own, just to get my attention for about the 5 minutes that I was in there.
I find it hard to believe that this was anything but a spirit. Washing machine doors are often very secure. They latch in. Prior to this, there's footage for a full hour showing that the door doesn't budge. I think this is more proof that the paranormal is alive and well at the historic Jefferson. Number 12, Mystery of Dion. YouTuber Ohm Vlogs explores this haunted place, and he doesn't leave empty-handed. They start hearing bumps in the night as soon as they enter, and then they find this. Later, they again hear noise coming from the cellar.
अपने वश में रखती है। गेट बंद कर दिया।
For some reason, they go down there and they aren't alone.
ये मुंह हो रहा है। मेरे कैमरे के सामने नहीं होना चाहिए। वो देखो, अरे यार, लोगों की ना कंप्लेंट आती है क्या?
The door swings open.
मैं दिख रहा था कि सब मेरे पीछे क्या चल रहा मुझे नहीं पता, आंखों की लाइटें पड़ रही हैं। मूव रहा है अब तो कैमरे के सामने हुआ है
And then this happens.
अब तो कैमरे के सामने हुआ
The panel starts to shake aggressively.
ऊपर कोई है ऊपर मैंने कहा ना ऊपर कोई है यहाँ पे तरफ में किसी का
And as they try to open one door, they hear a phantom moan.
और लोग ऊपर से आवाज आ रही है ना
Later, they hear more unexplained sounds.
जी मैं अगर आपको कैप्चर किया है आवाज आ रही है
And at last, they see something with their very eyes.
वो सामने का ना भाई सामने
They don't capture the Red Witch, but I do believe she was causing all of this activity. But whether to warn them or to curse them, we can only guess. Number 11, abandoned factory. This abandoned factory manufactures fear. YouTuber Johnny Paranormal 74 is searching the factory when he sees this.
¿Estás aquí? Quiero que me enseñes si estás aquí. Quiero verte. Mira. Esto se acaba de mover, Clary. Y esto no se acerca, esto se acaba de mover, mira. Se acaba de mover esto.
Then a series of paranormal activity occurs.
Dame una señal, estás aquí. Mira, otra vez. ¿En qué parte estás? Uy, mira.
Cayó del techo, mira.
¿Qué fue eso?
As you can see, there's nothing abandoned about this place after all. To me, it's obviously fully occupied by spirits. Number 10, house with a soul. Is this house clairvoyant? That's what YouTuber Eugene of Dark Mystic thinks, and you'll soon see why. As Eugene is explaining things, the soul makes its peace behind him.
Также я взял с собой святую воду, наверное,
When he asks the spirit to answer, she confirms that this is her house.
Ответьте, пожалуйста.
Здесь мой дом.
After Eugene tells her the house is falling apart, she responds,
Было лучше.
When he asks her if she can see the house in the same condition that he sees it now, she again answers him,
Как и ты.
He asks if the spirit can see and hear him.
Вижу и слышу.
He tells the spirit he wants to see her, but she is reluctant.
Не увидишь.
Eugene says if she cannot be seen, then let her actions be seen.
Силы потрачу.
He asks how many fingers he's holding up.
Сколько пальцев я показываю на своей руке?
Четыре.
When asked if she's clairvoyant, she answers,
Знахаркой.
As he tries to continue the conversation, the spirit is spent.
Возвращайся потом.
Her energy is so exhausted, she has nothing left to say.
Истяжение ее сил. Так что сейчас мы
From this conversation, I take it that this spirit is both clairvoyant and a healer, and I hope to hear from her again through Eugene. Number 9, evil possession. YouTuber Chelsea Luna believes that something evil has taken over her friend's body. Let's see what it is. Chelsea and her crew wander through the place and they find him.
Yo, I'm a flip. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, he's back here.
What are you doing?
He's just standing there in the corner.
What?
Patty, you need to come over here. That's not a mannequin.
When the rest of the crew goes to take a look, they see he's clearly in a daze and for some reason has abandoned his shoes.
He looked like one of the mannequins, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I've never seen someone stand so stiff.
Are you alright? You have a headache?
They look at the footage he captured, and it shows that he was completely still.
Freezes.
How does it just...
You look like you were frozen when she found you and I went around the corner to see you.
Look at it. It is not moving an inch. It's not moving at all.
Holy that is weird.
Then something happens right behind James.
How haunted this place was?
Wait, that James.
Yesterday, I wasn't really prepared.
Babe.
Right behind you.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
And then again, a moment later, they hear a strange sound.
Oh my what was that?
Is that you?
No, that was the line.
It's moving.
What the frick? Really?
What the hell is that going on?
After the blinds move, the spirit pipes up through the spirit box.
Oh no, wait.
I'm scared.
Say, are you scared?
Are you scared?
No, we're not scared.
Oh my God.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
I don't know.
I think they are scared, and they should be. Luke is clearly possessed.
Lou. What's wrong, Lou?
Lou.
Where's Luke?
After he comes to again, he starts hearing things.
I heard somebody talking.
So we have to have the air.
It sounds like it's coming through a telephone.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear that too. It's like almost
Like
a
someone's
headset.
yelling
Yeah,
through a
but it's
headset.
like, yeah, like really bad.
Although I don't hear what they're hearing, something is clearly up.
Strange. You don't have any scratches, do you?
Looks like somebody stuck their fingernail in me right here.
What?
Look at.
Yeah.
Oh my, that is a scratch.
And Luke seems to be the target. I'm fully convinced that something is latching onto Luke, and I don't know if it will ever release him. Number 8, Queen of Spades. While summoning the Queen of Spades, YouTuber Max of Paranormal Point barely makes off with his head. This is the video of Max performing the ritual with this stuffed toy, which later turns on him.
А дальше я заберу твою душу.
The Queen of Spades later clearly states what she'd like Max to do.
Уходи из этого дома.
He doesn't listen, and his defiance leads to this.
Ты его выпустил.
Who did Max release? As they continue to try and speak to the demons, something appears behind him.
Ты помнишь меня? Я уничтожу тебя.
Кто ты? Что за черт опять эта игрушка? Кто ты?
He speaks to the toy.
Правильно.
He sprinkles the toy with salt.
Мой мир не только в этом. Мой мир не только в этом доме.
Apparently, this didn't have the desired effect to complete the ritual. Max Burns, a Queen of Spades card.
Туза. Она не горит. Друзья, карта вообще не горит. Я такое впервые вижу, чтобы бумага не горела. Вы видите это?
But something blows the candles out.
Что за черт? Что это такое?
Outside, he sets the demon toy on fire.
Прекрати. Прекрати. Кто ты? Назови свое имя.
Did he manage to free this innocent toy of its demon? I hope so, and I hope it will no longer harm innocence in the form of a child's toy. Number 7, Shadow Figure. Submitted to the Chills Narrators subreddit by Whoa, That Is Strange. This Redditor wrote, I think I captured a spirit at work last night. Let's watch their submission and see what they're talking about.
So I was messing with this AI anime filter on here, and I think I just caught something. Did you see it? Every other picture's normal, but then that one. Good thing I'm here alone by myself in the middle of the night, or I'd be scared. What do you think it could be?
Disregard that anime filter. What was that silhouette of a person in the window? In the comments, the Redditor had to clarify this was the apparent spirit they caught on camera.
Caught something. Did you see it? Every other picture's normal, but then that one.
Though commenter, the 3 sailors, was still skeptical, writing, "Isn't that a black column in front of a dark window? The shadow of the column seems visible on the desk too." To which the Redditor responded, "The entire building I work in is glass, but the shadow on the desk is from the glass separation. I tried to recreate the photo, but I don't see a shadow like this one in any of the photos I took. So do you think this is a legitimate shadow figure? Let me know in the comments." Number 6. Former resident. Redditor ALX-H believes a pesky former resident of their home keeps playing with the lights. They caught the ghost in action with this video. This isn't the first time this has happened. Well, some in the comments think it's an intermittent short. The Redditor says that they've had an electrician come to look at it and everything was fine. So what is it? If we take the Redditor's word for it, I think the former resident still lives here rent-free. Number 5, Meyer Bridge. Meyer Bridge in St. Peter's Graveyard is reportedly haunted by everything, from ghosts to a headless horseman. YouTuber Staffordshire Paranormal Explorers explores these places in this scary video. Under the bridge, he hears movement.
That you used to walk this bridge, and now your grave lies on the other side of it in the church. Now you used to live in the hut. What was that?
When he speaks to the spirits via a spirit box, they have a creepy message. Did that spirit just warn him about oncoming traffic so he wouldn't be run down? That's what James believes. If that's the case, I think he may be quite lucky he met with a good spirit instead of an evil one. Number 4, Sacrificial Bones. The ancient ramen in the UK is famous for ritual sacrifice and devil worship. Is this evidence of that? YouTube team Ghost Raiders digs in, and what they find are bones. They say that the bones of animals and children were discovered beneath these floorboards, but that's not the only creepy bit. A skull, although maybe not real, is sitting on the window ledge, and hanging above what appears to be a stuffed or lifeless raven. To me, it looks like this ancient building has plenty of secrets, and it isn't going to tell them. Number 3, Farmhouse Phantom. The Ouija brothers attempt to make contact with a phantom in this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, and they succeed. First, they hear a loud noise.
Only here to make contact.
What was that?
What was it?
It was like something crashing.
I think it's another floorboards.
In one room, one of the crew hears something.
Could you knock on the wardrobe? It's just the floorboards.
No, it's not.
It is, because I just moved
No,
it.
it's not.
Did you hear that?
That's not it, Stoppy.
They continue to hear noises in this room.
It's still here. Hello?
The camera isn't picking up what they're hearing, but they are.
I heard like a... I don't know if you can hear me from here.
Yeah.
It was like a...
Then they hear a footstep.
You hear that?
That was a tap, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like a low thud.
Yeah, low thud.
I mean... I'm moving though.
At the bottom of the stairs, they hear something else.
That ain't me.
That was behind me.
That was down by you.
That was right behind me. There is a lot of junk. I mean, it is in bad condition.
Yeah, but I mean, that was strategic, didn't it?
Although the other sounds have been incredibly faint, this next one is picked up by the camera.
You hear that?
I heard like da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, I heard it.
To me, that's a tap for sure. Who is tapping in this abandoned place? I'm certain it's the Farmhouse Phantom, and it's getting impatient. Number 2, in the cupboard, this ghost is looking for a midnight snack. YouTube channel D Dark Path Scary shares this video, originally posted by TikToker at house_haunted. Watch the lower cupboard. Was that a rat? No. On closer inspection, it looks like a bottle. Then things get even stranger. She looks but finds nothing in the cupboard. What is in there? I'm not sure, but it seems to want to expel everything else. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, Ghosts of the Morgue. YouTube crew Extinct File return to the scary morgue, where they face off with the spirits that reside. Upon entering, they hear a creepy voice coming from upstairs.
Lo mismo. En la...
As they speak with the spirits, their light goes out.
Señal de que aún estás aquí. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Se te apagó? Se me apagó. ¿Qué onda?
Then an EVP is heard. As they wait, they hear another voice, this one much creepier. Later, they come across a pentagram, and then they hear the voice again. What is haunting the extinct file crew in this creepy morgue? Lost souls? The devil? I can't answer that question, but I do know one thing. This is yet another scary video you cannot handle. Do you question everything? Then you'll soon have plenty of questions to ask if you can handle these scary videos. These are the 30 scary videos leaving experts baffled.